computer.
Okay, no, don't worry. Sometimes we can find trouble with our connection. In this case, you find one, but it's solved,
Okay,
fortunately. Don't worry about it. So
okay,
it's
teacher.
important to start right now because I've been for a half hour waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm going to start asking you if did you watch the video?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's great. And can you tell me, please, what did you understand about this video?
Okay, teacher. I understand that the conversation in intro a man and a woman.
Yes.
Um, in this conversation, the man excuse
Ask.
me, ask
Yeah.
for she some questions about to her life. Yes, teacher, I can see the
About
correct.
her life. Yes. You don't have to use
Um,
to about her life.
in this question or
No, when you say he asked some
he
questions, yes, you should say she asks some questions
teacher. Okay, okay. He
about
asked
her life.
about her life.
Yes,
Yes, teacher.
that's good.
Thanks, teacher.
Okay.
Um, some questions are she what's no, no, excuse me, teacher.
No, don't worry.
um, about she makes or she
Does?
spends the time in the weekends or um, she works or she has doing
Yes, it's doing.
and she she has doing in the weekend or and she has doing in her work and she
Mm-hmm.
doing in her life um, and she answered the questions. Mm, she said um, she likes spend to time with her family and
Yes.
to time with her husband. Other question. I I remember that
Mm-hmm.
he asked about the how she view in a 5 years or the future.
Yes. A bit about the future.
Yes, teacher. And he asked the question about the uh, studies or career teacher. Uh,
Okay.
and she answered this question about she is the account professional
Account, yes.
account, excuse me.
Don't worry.
Mm, and she said that this career likes mm, um, because she likes the numbers or accounts.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, teacher. I think other question. She says that her English is basic and um, I think um,
That's okay. Don't worry about any other kind of situations in the video. So it was very good, very, very good. Thank you very much for participating. So I would like to share with you some recommendations about your pronouns or how do you to spell some words. Yes, the correct use of some words. First of all, I would like to recommend you that this is a preposition of time. When you talk about weekend, you should say on weekend, no in weekend. Yes, the correct preposition of time is on, right? Another
okay.
recommendation is when do you have to use to um her or she. This is a possessive adjective, and it's very important to recognize that. For example, I'm going to give you an example. Yes, we were talking about it. Yes, because in this case, we were talking about that video. It yes,
Yes,
but
teacher.
if we'll say another thing about this video, for example, the quality of the video, we should say the quality of its. Yes, because it's an object or a thing. Yes, and at last, I would like to recommend you add a letter S to the verb when you're using the present simple tense, right? All other, it's okay. It was very good, and I can understand that you really watched the video, right?
Thanks, teacher.
So, okay, Emmanuel, how are you? Good evening.
Good evening, teacher. How are you? I'm
Very
fine.
good. I'm very good.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to our meeting. So I would like to know if did you watch the video?
Yes, I do. I did.
Okay. Can you tell me please what did you understand about this video?
At the beginning of the video, there
Mm-hmm.
was an interviewer talking about or asking for someone about her personal information or introduce herself.
Yes.
Uh, he started to ask her about her full name. I really don't. I didn't remember the name of the girl of the
Uh-huh.
woman.
Don't
And
worry.
after that, he started to talk about her goals, her studies, and what did she like to do. And I can. What is the other one? What she likes to do during on the weekends. What she will do, what she will do in into a couple weekends, Um, that's it's a personal information. It's like an interview.
Yes.
That's I think that that's the principal idea of the video.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. It was very good. Yes. About this video, we can talk that this is a short interview about personal information questions, right? In general, it's a very easy interview, like you watch it. And the idea for today is that we can recognize the importance of establish any conversation at any moment, taking into account the correct words and using or avoiding better avoiding grammar mistakes, right? Because sometimes we think a lot of single topic and we prepare or learn, for example, a paragraph, right? Or a sentence, that's not a way to learn. Yes, for that reason, it's important to recognize a lot of vocabulary about any topic in order to can establish a conversation using the correct words, because you don't know what are we going to talk about, for example, right? Because you watch this video and it's very important to have a guide about our meeting for today. But yet in this case, we are going to make an easy exercise in which the most important thing is that we can establish a conversation without pause, right? And in this case, there is no any singular topic. Yes. First of all, yes. In the second part, yes, we are going to have a topic to talk about, but I would like to start asking you some easy questions. The idea that you can stop with that and you can continue explaining your ideas. You don't need real time. I'm not going to take the time, so you don't have problems with it. So because you can use the time that you need or you want to, right? So I would like to start with you, Marcela.
Teacher, I start with what?
Don't worry, I'm going to ask you some questions about our conversation. I will continue asking you some other questions, right? There is no singular topic. Okay? Okay. Okay, Marcela. Who do you live with?
I make a question for the any topic.
No, I'm asking you a singular question right now. Yes, but we're not going to take into account any topic. Yes, because I can ask you about cook preference, sports, news, or about any topic. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to write the questions by chat because the main idea is that you can hear all I'm telling you. So I did the first question, right? The first question is, who do you live with?
The first question is
Yes, who do you live with? Can you tell me, please?
mm, who do you live?
Yes, you should say, I live with my parents, or I live with my children, or I don't know.
I live with my husband since
Mhm.
2 years ago, and uh, the best experience because he is a wonderful man or man, and, and I learned I learning the lesson, and I learned um, in my new life
Mm-hmm.
together. Mm, is sometimes is difficult. No, for but I uh, I am work for for a woman to
Yes, I understand.
wife and how housewife
Mm-hmm.
is um, some days is difficult. And I like go to gym sometimes, uh, but uh, sometimes is difficult for my time. I don't many times, but
So,
I enjoy my life with my husband, and I like spend with my family, my sister, my father, and brother.
mm-hmm.
They are very special for me. My family is
Okay. Don't you have children, right?
no teacher, no.
And would you like it?
Uh, no teacher. Now in this moment, no.
But in
I
your future,
I will, como se dice en la putería,
excuse me, future, how do you say?
crazy with children. But I love the children, but I don't will have children.
Okay, I understand. Sometimes, perhaps we use our time in other activities, but when we have a child, it's very important to dedicate time, right? Will you prefer to have a pet, or do you have one?
Excuse me, teacher. Prepare.
Do you have any pet? Pet?
Excuse me.
Dog, cat?
Okay. Pet. No, teacher. I don't have pet because I don't many time for care my pet. I believe that in you for one animal
Mm-hmm.
because they are need the need time for me and if I have pet it's for care it, but
Yes, of course.
don't have time and I no no teacher.
Yes, they need the enough time. Right. Very good. I would like to ask you another question. What is your favorite holiday and why?
Okay, my favorite holiday is Merry Christmas. Oh,
Christmas? Yes. Why? Why do you like Christmas?
because time is for me for share with my family and share food, share photos, share with all my family and the family or and husband from
Yes, of course. Okay, thank you very much. It was good. Very good.
thanks.
Now, please turn your microphone off while I'm interviewing Emmanuel. Right? Can you hear me, Emmanuel?
Yes, teacher, I can hear you.
Okay, Emmanuel. Do you understand the idea, right?
Yes, I do.
It's very easy. So you have to answer some questions. And this is an interesting question for me. Uh, what is the craziest thing that you have done?
The most crazy thing that I've done,
Yes, the craziest thing that you have done.
well, there's many things. There are many crazy things that I've done. One of them is
Really?
the last year I was on board on the ship, on the Logosov ship. It's obviously it's a boat, a big boat where
Yeah.
there's it's like a library, a cloud library. It's the most, it's the bigger on the world. It, obviously, it's the only one, but it was a really special moment because living on the ship there's 67 or 70 nationalities on the ship.
Yes.
So to the relationship with them was really awesome because the different accents enrichment our knowledge, our passion for culture, and was a very beautiful time with them on the ship. That was three, 3 weeks with them on the ship, standing with them, sharing with them, not living with them, but the, all my day was with them, taking this time during the year. I was in Bucaramanga. That was
Yes.
in a other beautiful experience because that was during one week there, spending time with some friends, and I visited a lot, many places, many beautiful places there, like such as Salto del Duende. That was a really beautiful place for me. It's so big. It's like I don't know how to say. I think that it's like holes, holes. Es muy profundo. It's so deep,
Yes.
so deep. The view there, the view there. It's so amazing. I was in the Chicamocha Park, in many other places there, and that was an amazing experience and a crazy things because the picture that we took there was really awesome, was really impressionant there, and the living with Santanderianos people was incredible. Yeah, it was, and I think that that's one of the most crazy things and beautiful experience in my life.
Oh, it seems that you know a lot of places here in Colombia.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite one?
About Bucaramanga.
And no, in general, here in Colombia, what is your favorite place to go to visit? Rest.
Okay. I in my I consider that I am an a how, how to explain it. It's an a passion for places. I like to travel. I like to meet different places. I think that when I have the chance to travel to other places, that expand my mind to think about other cultures or other places, and that's enrich my personality to increase my skills, my life, in my relationship with people. And when uh when I was in Bucaramanga, I knew Pueblo Acuarela was a beautiful place. Parque Chicamocha, oh, it's a really beautiful place. It's one of the most beautiful places here in Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, I can uh, make apart Santa Marta because Santa Marta have many beautiful places such as Playa Cristal, the most beautiful beach in Colombia, for their uh, living corals, their beautiful changes of the
Great.
colors. We can snorkel there, and that was another crazy experience because I never do something like that. And standing there was so amazing because we can find several kind of fishes there, and that was like, my gosh, I never seen something like this one. And we have to visit La Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada has many beautiful view, sunsets, and we can find there Casa Elemento is one of the most beautiful tourist place in Colombia. So there's many places. There are many beautiful places, and I'm a passion for that. Now this year or the other one, I'll be visit to Medellin because we want to visit, or I want to visit El Peñol, I think, and
Yes.
and other places there in Colombia right now. But if I talk about foreign places, I would like to visit Australia, Canada, Ireland. No, my gosh, I can't stop to say. Uh, but yeah, I love it. I love it of that.
And how often do you visit another places?
I usually am visit since I work from since I was work as an interpret. I've often visit different places. Uh, 1 month, 3 week. Last week I went to Sincelejo, Barranquilla. I went to Playa Cristal. 2 months ago I went to Sierra Nevada. Marinka. Marinka is another beautiful place. It's such as um, it's a pozo. It's in a river, but that's thermal water, something like that. It's good thermal water, and the environment there is surround of the natures. It's covered us with a relaxed place for resting. So I often are visit. I often am visit this place. I don't know. I am always visiting different places for that reason, and I'm passionate for it. But I think the when I have enough time to do it, I do. I do. I
Yes,
just
of
do.
course. When you start visiting another places and knowing about a lot of cultures, you don't want to stop. It's
Yeah, it
very
is.
yes.
Yeah.
And what kind of weather do you prefer, cold or hot?
Oh my gosh, that's depending of the environment where I am. Yeah, it is because when I was in Mesa de los Santos, Bucaramanga, the environment there, the weather there, it's so cold. That was my first time shocking with a cold environment because uh, that's I am unaccustomed to live, or I was accustomed to live in a hot weather. And when I went there, it was like, my gosh, what a cool there is. It is here, and I prefer to drink hot water, and coffee so hot. And but here in Santa Marta, I am always drinking cool water.
Oh yeah, I suppose it's very very hot.
Yeah, of course, yes. 31 grades per day, the minimum. In the high, we can get 36 or 35 grades per day. So it's so hot. It's not like summer in United States, but it's so hot for us.
Yes, of course, because I live in a very cold place, and I prefer this kind of climate. So when I visit another place with a hot weather, I really feel bad because I feel tired and I feel sleepy all the time, and it was very bad for me. It's very boring for that reason. When I usually visit a hot place, I try to find, for example, a beach because the breeze is amazing. I believe it.
Teacher, what do you prefer, a hot weather or a cool weather?
I really prefer the cold weather because I've been living in this cold place for about 6 years. I'm from a hot town, but I've been living here for a lot of time, and it's very important for me to wear, for example, coats, jacket all the time. For that reason, I feel bad when I visit a hot place. And
Well,
I think hot places are amazing. The environmental is totally different from here.
yeah, it is.
The
Some,
people is different.
Something that I like from of a cool weather is the help for the skin, the conserve or the skin help us a lot because in a hot weather we are always waiting. Waiting es sudar, really.
Yes, yes.
We are always waiting. If you go to the store, you're waiting. If you go to the park, you are waiting. So it's so I don't know how to explain it, but it's yeah,
Yes,
it's
it's the
complicated.
word says. So, yes, I understand because you feel tired. I believe
Of
that's
course.
the correct word. And that happens with me.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Emmanuel, thank you very much. It was very, very good. So I'm going to start with our other myth, right?
Thank you, teacher.
Thanks for you. So, Arlet, good evening. Can you
Good
hear me?
evening, teacher. How are
Okay,
you?
welcome.
Good evening, partner.
I can see that you solved your troubles with the connection, or I don't know. For the reason I resent you the link. So welcome to our meeting. Yes, today we were talking about uh, how to set a conversation without interruptions and trying to explain our ideas, avoiding stop. Right?
I understand, teacher.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Don't you understand? Arlet, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay. Did you watch the video?
What, teacher? Excuse me?
Did you watch the video?
No, teacher.
Okay, I sent you a video about how to establish a conversation, avoiding interruptions, or avoiding some grammar mistakes, right? The main idea of today is that we can establish a conversation about easy topics, for example, daily activities, preferences, or a lot of things that we can talk about. So the idea is that I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want to you can answer them without interruptions, right? Do you understand me?
Mm, so, teacher.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to start asking you some questions, right? And you must answer. You must answer taking into account there is no singular topic, right?
Okay, teacher. One moment.
Okay.
Excuse me, teacher.
Don't worry.
Mm. I have to ask him, or
No, you have to answer. I'm going to ask you.
okay, okay, perfect.
Okay. How important is the positive thinking for you?
Posters.
How important is the positive thinking for you?
What is the meaning of thinking? Positive thinking.
Yes,
I
thinking.
don't understand the word positive thinking, teacher.
Do you know what is the meaning of think? For example, when we say think about,
Okay. And what is the meaning of positive?
positive, when you say, yes, again, I am able to, you're very happy, you acted as the best.
Mm, I understand, teacher.
You're telling me that you understand.
The words positive thinking. What I don't there's the discern the listening very well the positive.
Okay, I'm going to write the both words, but the idea is that you can hear all words because it's an speaking session. So, and I must try to avoid reading by the chat.
Okay.
So, I just send you by chat these both words, positive thinking. How important is positive thinking for you?
Okay, teacher. The positive thinking is very important for me because it's a form is a form of problems in the best form when I have a positive thinking I can develop my activities in a form more quiet in a form more more
Easier.
easier more easier excuse
Mhm.
in a form easier. Okay.
Do you consider you are you a positive person?
Mm, pos- Excuse me, teacher, another times.
Okay, don't worry. Do you consider you're a positive person or no?
Mm, sometime, because it is the moment when I feel very stressed. Um, and in another time, no. Because I try quite in this case. I can achieve the resolve the problem or the inconvenience with possible thinking.
Of course, it's very important. I believe. Yes, you're right when you say sometimes we're not positive person, positive people because we can have problems, we can have bad situations, but it's very important that we can find the opportunity in the problems, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, it was very good, right? Now
Okay, teacher. Thank
we're going to continue with our second part. In this part, I'm going to ask you a singular question to each student. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to prepare your reflection or explanation, your ideas, right? So then you prepare your explanation. You will have another 5 minutes to explain it, right?
Okay, teacher. The
Do you
reflection
understand?
the reflection for positive thinking too.
No, I'm going to ask you some singular questions. Yes, but only one per student. Yes, I'm going to ask you a question to you. I'm going to ask a question, Emmanuel. I'm going to ask a Marcela. Yes, so you will have 5 minutes to prepare your explanation. Yes. Okay. Are you understanding, guys?
Amen. Yes, teacher. I
Yes, teacher.
understand, but who asking for me?
Okay. The question to you, Alex, is okay. Pay attention because I'm not going to write them by the chat. Yes, you just have to hear your answer, your questions, right? The first one is, has technology made our lives easier or more complicated? Did you understand the question, Arlet?
Yes, teacher. I understand.
Okay. So the second question is for Emmanuel, right? Is is talent the most important thing for success?
The most important thing for success.
Is talent the most important thing for success?
Okay, I get it.
Okay. Now I'm going to finish with Marcela. Can you hear me, Marcela?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So for you, let me see the questions. Okay. Uh, should people be allowed to work shorter hours? Did you understand the question?
Should people
Be allowed to
yes,
work shorter hours? Did you understand or do you have any doubt?
mm, should people is allowed?
Be allowed, permitido,
Okay.
To work shorter hours? Shorter.
Mm,
Remember the superlative, comparative. In this case, this is a comparative. Short, shorter. Hours. In hours are a completion of minutes, right?
okay.
Okay, did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, if you have any question, tell me please, right?
Okay. I perfect.
Okay, now you can start. You will have 5 minutes from now to prepare your answer.
How many times we have to talk? We keep talking with you, teacher, or is just an answer?
It was an answer. Um, but the idea that you can talk about this answer at least 5 minutes. If
Okay,
you want to continue with another minute, it's not a problem for me, of course.
okay, teacher.
Okay, guys, are you ready?
Yes, I am, teacher.
Okay. Would you like to
Yes,
start?
teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay. And Marcela?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Who wants to start? Who wants to be the first person?
Hi, teacher.
You? Okay. Okay, you can start, Arlet.
Okay, teacher. Um, the technology is easy for me. It allow me to carry out many activities, and not only for the university, but also of my work. It allow me to design templates and cards as a distinctive of my product. I am I am made the cakes for the allocation. Sometimes it is more complicated to prepare a receipt than to work on design. And other time it is easier to find a recipe in Google than in a cookbook. Um, but technology for me is as practical as cooking. I am not addict, addicted to social networks. In fact, I feel more lazy or feel easier to be in social networks than in reading a book or cooking my recipe.
Mhm.
I learned to use the technology since I was 15 years old, and it has been an early for me in all my activities. I consider that I am not an expert, but that I dedicate myself easier than other people.
And other people. Yes. So, according to your
Finished.
answer, I can say that because I asked you about the change, yes, from technology in your life. So I can see, according to your answer, that the technology has changed in a better way your life, right?
Okay, teacher. So the technology changed my life in all things because I use the computer or the other website for investigation my um my activities in the university at like also the receipt. I need much the the computer for save my file the my receive my my budget my budget the, for in the technology is easier arrive the the account than than right. Um, in this moment, the technology and had permit for me study in UNAT. Um, Here I can to perform my dream, and that uh, I can study the bachelor degree English language.
Is that your dream?
Yes, what teacher?
Is that your dream? Teaching a bachelor?
Excuse me, I don't know that time. I understand.
You told me you can achieve your dream. Yes. So I would like to know if your dream is studying a
Yes,
bachelor.
yes. It's my dreams. I can learn the English language because not only the language have like I I dream I can teach another people the language being I teacher too is my dreams in my dreams.
Okay, it was very good, and you used 5 minutes explaining your answer. So I'm going to give you some recommendations. The first one is that try to the letter S when you're using the present simple tense, because it's very important to recognize that when you talk about the present simple tense uh, with third person, you have to add a s to the main verb, right? Second, please take into account the singulars and plurals, because, for example, I'm going to share with you one of the most important or relevant ones while you were talking about the topic was is my dreams. So the correct structure is that you can are my dreams,
Okay,
right?
my dream. Okay, teacher. Thank
And
you.
the pronunciation of language is not language, no, it's language, right?
Language. Okay, teacher.
And at last, use
Thank you.
please, have and have as appropriate. Remember that we will have to use has with only with third person, right?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Don't worry. That's all. It was very, very good,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you. Mhm.
Okay. Who's next?
Hi, Andres.
Of course, you can.
Okay, teacher. You told me about his talent, the
The
important
most important thing to
for
success.
success. Yeah.
Yes. What do you
Okay.
think?
In my opinion, I think that uh, talent is just an a tool and a tools for the improvement of our personal abilities in our life, because it's not the only one to go ahead to success. People think People around the world think that talents, with just a talents, they can be success. And maybe we can find or we can get many things through it, but it's not the important thing for the success, because when once you are in the top of the most important things on the world, but you don't have enough a hard character, a good character, values, support for something, uh,
Yes,
that's yeah, that's talent won't be enough to help you to keep in the top in the mountain. For that
yes.
reason, in my opinion, talent is not the only way to success. It's a it's an tool for or a branch for the other elements to build the success. In my opinion, or in my view, uh, I have a talent for languages. I'm learning English. I'm learning French. But if I think that for that talent I can be success, I am grown. I am grown because I need to be humble. I need to be transparent. I need to have values. I need to build many things inside of me to be a success person. It's not just what do you want to do, or what do you have for good ahead in the life. You have to build some characters or characteristic in your personal in your personality to become a success. In my case, I study bachelor's degree in English, so it's not by my talents in English I won't be a good teacher, right? It's just an implement. It's just a tool to be a great teacher, but it's not the only one. Because if I want to be an important teacher and a good teacher for my future student, I need to be able to build inside of me mercy, love, passion for it, and many other things, passions maybe, that complement the tools, complement the characteristic or the skill that I have for the improvement of my behavior, of my thinking, of my personality. So that's one of the things that I thought about the topic. Um, in the other hand, uh, we can we can get a teacher that they just they have a good level in English, but they don't have enough value or enough uh, characteristic to be a great person taking relationship with their students, because they don't have they just uh, they just will be no sorry they just paid attention for their skills in English, their talents, so they don't focus in their person, on their insight, on their values. Oh, teacher has some problems with their connect. Teacher, are you there? Okay, we have to wait for her. Yeah, she had problems with it.
Yes, it's appear.
Okay, we have to wait for her. Oh my gosh. Okay, Arlet, how are you?
How are you?
Marcela,
Fine,
how are you
fine,
doing?
fine, thank you.
That's awesome.
Fine.
I think that this one of the it was an environment for us.
Hmm. Emmanuel, in what is your semester in the university?
I am in the fifth fifth semester.
Okay. Phase two. Ah, okay. Okay. I I I I fit I am fifth semester too, but I For me had been uh, very very
Difficult?
difficult the speaking. I
Okay, Arlet, I just recommend you uh, try to do the same things than other in speaking English. What I mean is like you watch a video or on a movie and you try to listen or to imitate the way that that's people are doing, and that will help you uh, to improve your pronunciation in your conversation, and that's a good tip for the improvement of your speaking. The other one that I told you is that all the time try to think in English. Try to think in English. In my case,
I
there is
try. I try in English, but I don't achieve. Um, I don't
no, you
achieve.
get it. You get it because uh, I thought during all this process with all of you, I think that you have a good vocabulary. You have enough vocabulary to keep conversation. But the problem or the big mistake that I found in your English